before buying a Sun Conure, it's always good to do the research on it. Before I bought my Sun Conure, and he is actually my second Sun Conure. Before I bought him, I had done a lot of research on it. I know that at the store they said, well, this is a really loud bird, and they had a rehoming area, and majority of the birds that were in there were Sun Conures. And several times I've been over there over the years, every time I go in there, I always see at least one Sun Conure in this room. And that's what I'm told, because the bird is so loud that the owner returns the bird. And that's one thing that nobody wants to do when they buy a bird. It may be because they're in an apartment, or maybe he's up all night squawking. I'm not really sure, but because I do know that they're all different. And since he's my second Sun Conure, my first one and my second one were nothing alike. The first one did not squawk as much as he did. And he does, but it's not really like bad. I have a huge play area for him that you can see in my other videos, that he can climb around. I give him plenty of toys, plenty of different food selections. I always make sure he has fresh water every day, and he is very well taken care of. I could say that for sure. My desk is right next to his cage, so a lot of times when I'm at my desk, I'm on the computer, he'll come over and hang out with me. I also have 2 cockatiels and 2 parakeets in another room, and they're all set up with the same type of arrangement where they have a big like playground all around their cage. And Sonny will go and hang out with the cockatiels and parakeets sometimes too during the day. So he has a variety of things to do and different places that he goes. So he's not too bad of squawking. He does it sometimes for attention. I try to ignore it because I find that when you ignore him, sometimes he'll just stop and he'll go all about his business. He likes to take baths in his bowl too, so I do have to change his water quite frequently. My other Sun Conure would not take a bath in his bowl. He wanted to go in the sink. So one is afraid to go in the sink and the other one was not. They did have 2 different personalities. When I first bought my Sonny, after doing the research on him, that was the only thing that I thought, well, it can't be that loud, it can't be that bad. Because when you actually go to the pet store and you hear the birds and you hear how loud they are, you think, well, it's not that loud, but all the birds combined together, one bird doesn't sound loud. Until you get him home and it's a little more quiet, and then you hear it. So one thing for sure, when you get a Sun Conure, you definitely want to make sure that you have enough toys. And he doesn't like every toy I buy him. So there are certain ones he likes, some of the ones that have like the paper on them. And he likes wooden toys, not so much the plastic toys. My other Sun Conure was a little different that way. My other Sun Conure liked different foods more than this one does. This one doesn't eat kiwi, my first one did. So they're just no different than people. Everyone is different. The birds are different. So even when you're watching a video and you think, well, this bird's going to be like this or that, and you're watching a video, oh, my bird will do this or that, it isn't always that way. But as long as you give them love and the right care, the bird will be a good bird regardless. I don't see any other reason why it wouldn't be, from everything I've learned from other people that own Sun Conures and from my own experience of having a Sun Conure. And this one here I've had for, I think, 3 years now. Yeah, we're going to be going on 4 years soon. And you can see he just right up by my neck right here. That's where he likes to be. And he likes to go under my jacket. And they are considered like the clown bird. That's what really drew me to them. I remember being at a flea market, and the actual bird, there was a bird store that I go to now, but they were there, and they had a few birds there. And when I saw the Sun Conures, I fell in love with them, and that's what they told me. And I didn't notice them being really loud because they had this big bird right next to them, and that bird was loud. And she was like, oh, they're loud. I'm thinking, I don't seem that bad. I didn't even go to this pet store, like I said before. Going there, it didn't seem that loud. But yes, they definitely are a loud bird. I would definitely say, if you can get through that part of it with the Sun Conure, the loudness, then to me, this bird would be a perfect bird. This is the largest bird that I have. and like the cockatiels and the parakeets. I'm not sure if I'll ever get one that's bigger. I thought about it many times, but right now I'm comfortable with the birds I have, and having him and the attention that I give him is probably good enough for me and for him. But definitely the Sun Conures are definitely good birds to have. I would definitely say that. My one daughter has a green cheek conure. He is also a pleasant bird as well. And I think the conures, all the conures that I've seen and other people have besides the Sun Conure, they seem to be really good birds to have. And it is a good choice on a bird. If you don't want something that is really big or too small, he's perfect. A perfect size, easy to handle, and a very easy bird to please. Like, they just want love, attention, toys, things to crawl through, play on, and that would make the bird very happy, so you would have a good bird. And you shouldn't have any problems buying this bird at all if that's what you're deciding to do. But actually do your research. Check out other people's videos on the bird and make sure that when you buy this bird that it is the one that you would like to have, the right bird for you. Also, another good tip on having birds, and this is going with any birds really, is to have fresh fruit for them. They really need vitamins. It's very important, and this is what I buy for them. It's vitamins that you can put into their food. There's many different kinds of vitamins, but this is what I buy for them. It's very important for them to have certain vitamins. The vet that I have said that vitamin A is really important for them to have. And then you can see he loves bananas. He could eat bananas all day long. And I give him strawberries, blueberries, of course. Banana, I would say, is his favorite. Any kind of fruit and vegetable. The only thing I was told that they can't have chocolate or avocados. They're the two things that you should not give the bird. They told me I could give him meatballs, lasagna. I was like, really? Because I was actually shocked that you can give them all this food. They said yes, but the most important thing is vitamins. So I share a banana with him. I'll let him eat some. And I also give him oatmeal. I have organic oatmeal. A lot of things that I eat are organic. The banana here is organic. And I have oatmeals and raisins with no sugar in it, because I don't give him sugar, soda. That stuff's probably not good. There's certain things that, you know, if you're not going to eat, that's not healthy. It would be the same as for the bird. So he'll have some of that, the oatmeal with the raisins in it sometimes. Certain cereals I'll give him. He likes that. And a lot of things I eat that doesn't have like a lot of sugar or a lot of salt in it, that's okay too. So they can eat right along with you. And I always make sure that they have, nuts are really important. He has his nut mixture. I would buy it at the store, which they had. Some of the nuts he didn't eat, so I ended up making my own mixture. And I always buy the nuts that have no salt on them. And they also have in the store certain blends. I'm going to do a video of the bird store, of the food they have. This store is incredible. I can't wait to go do a video on this. I do have another YouTube channel that does have the video showing the bird store. It's the world's largest bird store. And I'm lucky that I'm not all that too far from it. And there is actually two stores that are actually close by each other. And the other one is a really big store as well. And they seem to carry bigger birds more than the smaller birds. Oh, Sonny switched sides over here. I had to move everything in my hair because I wound up with banana in my hair, and sometimes his feet get caught in my hair. So I try to keep it away from her, pull it back in a ponytail. But I wear this jacket here. This jacket is old, but he likes to wipe his beak on it. After he eats bananas or anything, he'll wipe it all over me. And sometimes he'll bite on my zipper. So you definitely got to watch what you wear, because they will put holes in your clothes and destroy them. And he's done that. So I try to wear a jacket, this jacket here, whenever I hold him, so he doesn't ruin my good clothes. Right, son? He's good at doing that. And he's really enjoying this banana here. I would definitely say a Sun Conure is a great bird to own. I think it's awesome. And everyone does have, here he goes back on the other side again, a a preference for what type of bird they'd like to have. But they're beautiful birds. And they are very loving and affectionate. Here he goes back on the other side again. Son, you done with the banana? I think he's done with the banana. They don't eat too much. They just eat a little bit. But he did good. And he seems to like to want to sit in my hair right now. Sometimes he does it. He'll go right in my hair and crawl right through there like it's a big blanket. He's trying to get himself comfortable. And now he's biting my ear, but not really hard. And you got to watch the earrings I'm looking, because I've had them taken out of my ears a few times. He doesn't mess with them too much anymore, because I would say, son, no. Son, no. And I would, grab my ear. So it actually seemed to help him to stop. I think he knew I didn't like it. And a couple times I thought I lost my earring. I had to go searching for it. But I could imagine most birds will do that. I think my daughter's green cheek does the same thing as well. And yeah, the cockatiels, I always have to move my head because they look at it. They just see something shiny. They probably think it's a toy. I would definitely say a Sun Conure is an awesome bird to have. They're very loving, very affectionate birds. I'll also show you a little bit of a setup over here so you can see what kind of things that I have. Of course, you could do whatever you like. I love to create different things for his cage and move things around and put new toys in there. It's another thing I try to do, clean and take some toys out, put other toys in. He seems to like to have new things to play with. Right, son? So I'll show you his cage and his setup. Now that's Sonny's cage and that's his setup. And you can see I have things all the way up at the top here. And that's his cage. And I hear the cockatiels. There they come. Here's my cockatiels. They decided to join us. That's why I'm doing the video. That's okay. And that is his whole setup here. Okay, now we got them all out here with us. Besides the parakeets, they didn't come and join us. They like to come out here and play. They like to go in there and play. Now they're all going to be making noise. And that is the noise of the Sun Conure right there. And you can hear him. He's just kind of talking back and forth with them right now. And it's funny because sometimes we're in the other room. You can hear them go back and forth with each other. And put them in there and then they all kind of just hang out. But they're excited to see each other. That's for sure. And up here we have that is Sugar. Yes, because he doesn't have the white spots on his back. That's how I can tell them they're a little bit different. He is a gray one, and he is supposed to be the pearl, which you can see he's got the little pearl spots. Kind of dark in here now because I didn't have the light on over here. But he's got little white spots on his back. But this is Sunny's setup here. And it goes all the way over there on top of my desk. So he has a ton, absolute ton of stuff to play with here. And that there is Sunny's bowls set up. I have the water in the one, and then we have a mixed nut in one of them. He has a blend in another bowl. And then the other one I throw different things in every week. I'll give him something different in there. So he's got the same foods, and then he has one different food. I have a stand over here in front of the window with some food in it as well. I don't give him a lot of seeded food, even though he likes it. I keep it on the outside of his cage here. And we have some boings hanging in the window. And he just loves to sit in the window. And the funny thing is when somebody comes, anyone comes walking up the driveway, he lets us know. He'll start squawking. And when he really squawks, it's usually a cat or another animal. And I hope this video is helpful to know a little bit about Sun Conures. And he's not quite like my first Sun Conure. Some ways he is, in other ways he's not. I would definitely say Sun Conure are a great bird to own. So bye for now from me and Sunny. Right, son? And hope we see you again in our next video.